Hi guys, this is Starcraft. Welcome to this Starcraft English commentary. We're going to be continuing with the series between Flash and random pro gamers on Laddernet. This is going to be a TvT after that very crazy, immense kind of game between Flash and Light. It's going to be Flash versus Royal. And this map is going to be retro. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, this is the map artifact. And it's going to be having Flash spawning at the bottom of the screen. In the yellow color, Royal is going to be spawning at top right of the screen in the teal color. Very interesting encounter. This game, I have not watched it yet, but I'm gonna say that the score is gonna be possibly around something like, 7 out of 10. So we shall see. Before the game gets heated up, let me also just show you a little bit of the elo score. Yeah, it looks like the two players are gonna be just chatting a bit here, saying hello to each other. You can maybe try to turn on the subtitles. And you're gonna be seeing what they're gonna be talking about. I might put the subtitles to actually mention what they're talking about, but if they're gonna talk about anything at all, and maybe I would not. Anyways, this is gonna be elo score, as you can see here, and it is going to be Royal with a very high ranking. You can see he's very much up there in the elo ranking at the number 1382. So you know what? He's gonna be at his prime here. And Flash has got his work cut out for him. Let's see what's going to be coming up next. Looks like Flash is going to be going up just for a quick normal standard barracks here on the high ground. And so is Royal. So both players going to be, just going to be going by best standard. By the way, I have an announcement to make, guys. So I'm going to be going on vacation for some time. I will not have the gear with me. I wouldn't call it a gear because, I have pathetic equipment anyways, but I'm gonna be going on vacation for some times, and so I will be casting with just a very cheap headphones, $10 from Walmart. I will have my laptop with me, so that's not a bad thing. But anyways, wish me a good vacation, guys, and I also wish that you have a fabulous summer, because fall is coming, and you know it. When fall comes, there's gonna be a Protoss player who's gonna be winning some Star League. I don't know. That is just some old legend, just like the dragons, right? And Games of Thrones, they're just a myth until somebody proves it right. Anyways, what's happening for both the players? Gonna be scanning in the right direction-ish, I guess, for both players, finding the other guy's seconds. And looks like Flash is persistent with its fast expansion, but we've seen this build in several of his games against Light, and even against Protoss player. He goes for barracks and immediately expands. Flash loves this kind of build. He's going to be able to find his opponent here on the high ground, and behind this, Royal is going to be coming with a fast factory. The Marine will need to chase the SCV away. The SCV is going to take a couple of pot shots. He want to see how many SCV does Royal puts on gas here, because that's going to indicate how quickly Royal is going to take his command center. It looks like Flash is just going to be matching his his enemy's Marine production. Only 2 Marine production, and then the factory gets floated out right away. Looks like this SCV not able to get on the high ground. I guess there's not much to be seen there on the high ground, excuse me, because his enemies quickly expanded, so his factory is going to be slightly delayed. So already Flash is on a very interesting lead here. Let's see if Royal is going to be able to catch up from behind. Now Royal once again is the better player, I think, right now. Looks like Royal is not going to be going for a Vulture. That is very interesting. Does his enemy put down a bunker? It is going to be a bunker coming down from Flashy, so that is already a nice mind game here from Royal. He's going to be skipping, well, I guess, I don't know, we shall see, because once the add-on finish, he might still make a Vulture, but this bunker is going to try to counter the Vulture. We're going to be having 2 Marines inside the bunker to preemptively shut down that Vulture attacking. Marines checking out the 3 o'clock position to see any kind of presence of forces here. The factory completes. What is he making? He's making tank first, guys. So this is a very interesting build. So if Flash is not careful, he might get just shut down, because his enemy is gonna have faster tanks and possibly faster siege mode as well. Gonna be having a second factory coming up as well. But anyways, the game is gonna be quite standard. Looks like Royal has not yet moved his SCVs over. Now Royal is one of those players who are very good, guys. He's very good, but he's relatively unknown in the foreign Starcraft scene. If you're Korean, then you will know him for sure, but in the other non-Korean scene, and most people don't actually have seen him much. The reason is this, guys. So Royal doesn't like to stream so much. If you look at his Africa TV account, it's got like 4,000 subscribers. I mean, that is like the number of subscribers I have, man. I'm just kidding. I have 1,400. So I also am very, very pathetic, but that's because I'm hated in this, you know, Starcraft community. I'm like everyone's black sheep, guys. But Royo also, he doesn't like to stream. He likes to get things serious. I mean, he competes very seriously in the tournaments such as ASL, and sometimes he goes on KCM and so forth. But he's not one of those, you know, guy who just go out there for shows. He's not like Last, right? If you guys know who Last is, he's a very, very good Terran player. But the only thing he does is smurfing. That is basically when you go online and you play against, you know, players that are a lot weaker than you. Just for fun and go for nukes. And you know, I mean, very, very lucky that he's not a Protoss player, because the ultimate smurfing technique can only be used with Protoss. I think that is going to be with what is it, mind control. Anyways, these two vultures have met their fate already. They've started to return. Is Flash making anything out of these factories? We shall see. We're gonna be just, wow, mass vulture. This is not gonna help. He needs tanks. His enemies already pushed a lot of tanks forward. These vultures, I mean, in large number, they can still surround the tanks. Looks like the vulture's gonna try to go around, but already Flash is getting shut down. Let's see how much counter damage these three vultures with speed can do, man. Looks like Flash is, Roy is gonna try to wall himself off here. And yeah, looks like this bunker is completely destroyed. The front is breached. What can Flash do? He's got two fast vultures gonna try to come out, but his enemy's got, okay, looks like vultures surrounding from the back. He's gonna try to surround his enemy's vultures and take them out first, but now Royo's got 3 tanks. That's gonna be very, very hard to fight against. And we're gonna be having very, very fast siege mode. Does Flash have siege mode? He's going for mine upgrade. What the heck is he doing? Is he gonna try to think of going for a counter attack with his quick vultures and mines, or what? He's gonna try to stop his enemy's counter vultures in the middle of the map, but this attack in the middle is looking scary. 3 tanks need to stop sieging. Now the first tank is coming down. Flash is losing a lot of SCVs in the process, but he holds. He holds and he destroyed the last of his enemy's tank. And that was a magnificent defense here from Flash, even though he lost a lot of stuff. Anyways, Royo 56 supply and Flash 52. Now Flash has got speed vultures. And Royo's got just very, very slow vultures. Of course, he's got some tanks. He's also upgrading vulture speed now. Looks like Flash has got 5 vultures coming up for the attack. Let's see. We're going to be having a nice vulture war here. Looks like Flash, his vultures are kind of damaged. He gets pushed back hard. Good attack coming from Royo. Behind this, any kind of technology is going up for the players. We're going to be seeing an armory coming up for Flash, which is nice. As for Royo, he's got his 4 factories coming down, and he's going to be making an academy. So it's going to be going for Comsat Station, because he also likes to, you know, see things, right? I mean, you know, he doesn't wear glasses. Anyways, the supply depot is very, very close to dying. He's going to have to repair it. Anyways, looks like Royo's going to be coming out with a lot more vultures here. Supply-wise, Royo 75, Flash is 764. So I guess Flash lost a lot of SCVs in that process. You need to kind of play catch-up. The supply depot finally getting sniped, but Flash is not, it's kind of supply block-ish here. We're going to be having a lot more factories coming down from Flash on this side of the map. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 factories. And then just more supply depots coming up, and we might have an expansion. No, that's gonna be Flash. His vultures coming out and delaying the third base, because right now Royo's got map control. Royo's, you know, completely walled his enemy in, and yeah, okay, this SVO was gonna say that he might go out there for an expansion, but looks like it's not gonna be. By the way, guys, so Flash in his games recently online, we've seen that he's kind of rusty. He's not really up to the form of the Terminator, you know, of God here. I mean, he's down to like, I don't know, King's level or maybe Jack level. If you've watched that other video I posted, which is between Flash and a player who alleges to be Bisu, then, you know, Bisu says to Flash, are you at least King's level? Are you Jack level, right? Jack is one of those levels, you know, it's like a very, very good StarCraft player, but he's not a pro gamer, basically. A Jack player. A King's player is a pro gamer, and he's quite good. You know, somebody like Shine would be, or YSC, or maybe Motive to a certain extent, would be like King's level. Jack's level is like DeWalt. And Artosis is kind of like not even Jack level. He's possibly like, I don't know, what's below Jack? 10, right? Yeah, if you think about playing cards, then it's 10s. Anyways, a single vultures from Royo getting surrounded. Can it get sniped? The vultures from Slash is trying very hard. He pushed his enemies back. Third base coming down for Royo, and potentially third base coming down for Flash. Flash need to kind of scan that area and clean out that, you know, that mine here. Gonna be having more vulture war in the middle map. Looks like Royo is gonna have the battle angle, the better angle out here. He's gonna destroy some of these vultures. And what is Flash's respawn? He's just continuing to fight. You need to target see his enemy's vultures correctly, and he pushes them back, which is nice. Tank sieging now, so these vultures got no more business coming up here. Flash is expanding. He's still not yet expanded. We're at the 9 minute and 48 seconds of the game. No SCVs on the gas here. We're going to be having finally 3 SCVs on the gas, which is great. So let's take a look at the tech state here for his, for our players. Looks like Royo's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 factories, armory, spinning upgrades, and starport. And for Flash, it's gonna be once again upgrade as well, and 5 factories, no starport. So I think Royo is just a tick ahead here. Right, looks like SCV is getting transferred by Royo. Finally, Flash is gonna put up his command center after a very, very long delay here because of the minefield. Looks like both the players are scanning furiously. How quick are the upgrades here? Looks like for Flash's upgrade is a little bit slower. For Royo's upgrade is a bit faster. Yeah, starport coming down for both the players, which is nice. We're going to be having just a temporary moment of calm before the storm here, as both players are gearing up for the mid game. TvT is a matchup that I kind of enjoy out of all the mirror matchup. I love it the most. Of course, it's not as good as I don't know, PVZ or something like PVT. Recently, I've been enjoying TvZ. I've been enjoying TvZ because, I mean, for me, it just seems like in 2024, it's so easy for the Zerg player to win. You just need to hold on. You just need to hold on and wait. What? Very, very careless here for Flash, losing almost 2 of his tanks. I was going to say, in TvZ nowadays, the meta is about surviving into late game and having Nidus Canals and Defilers, and that's it. I mean, you don't even need Ultralisk. You don't need Ultralisk. I mean, the 3 most important things for Zerg to survive against Terran are Nidus Canals, what else? Defiler, and Scourge. I mean, Scourge is so important, guys. Scourge is so important in TvZ, I find, lately. Because the only way for Terran to mess things up for the Zerg player is to go for drops. And Zerg players have been, getting really, really good at, just deflecting drops. Anyways, 4th base coming down for Royo. So like I said, Royo is always just a tick ahead. Ahead of Flash here. We're going to be having, once again, Flash patrolling the area with some vultures, but he needs to put down his 4th command center here. Any kind of weird activities coming up from both players. Starport getting produced first by Royo, and raids coming down, as well as Science Facility. So the very, very kind of late Science Facility from Flash, like I mentioned to you. Flash is always like a tiny tick behind. We have a small battle in the middle of the map, and looks like Flash has got a nice siege position here. Now, Retro is that map that has an odd number of bases. So if things come down to the wire, then this base in the center of the map is going to get taken. We're going to be having a small, demarcation. What is the word? Demilitarized zone or demarcation line, right? In North Korea versus South Korea war. Anyways, like, look at that beautiful, like, ravine, looking across from both the players. Yeah, anyways, what's happening here on this side of the map? Vultures from Flash is going to try to get on this high ground, but 2 tanks are controlling the ridge there, which is nice. What is this building engineer getting produced? Recreated once again, that's nice. Yeah, Flash is keeping up with in terms of supply, but he's not taking his 4th base. He's going to try to control this area. We have a starport though in the corner. The starport's got 4 vultures. I think he's scanning this area to see what kind of defense this Flash has got, but very unfortunate for him, we have a command center here. So this dropship might get discovered accidentally. We have a small attack on the side of the map. Looks like Flash is pushing hard, but a lot of forces. We need to siege here. No sieging from Royo, and he almost loses some of his forces. We're going to be having a single vulture drop here. Maybe he's not dropping a vulture. He need to drop a vulture now to stop that command center from going up. And then 3 vultures going here, but yeah, he's gonna just be dropping everything in here, which is not good. The raid's already discovered that vulture's presence. He's gonna, now he drops a single vulture very late. He should have done that a long time ago. Anyways, he can still drop his 3 vultures here, which is nice. I'm gonna be having these tanks, gonna be very careful. Explosion! Oh my god, looks like we almost have some tanks exploding there in the corners. Anyway, what kind of upgrades do we have? Let's check momentarily. +1, I think now for both players, +1 is very, very standard. Of course, Royo is coming up with +1 armor early, so he's always one step ahead of Flash. When Flash is making his 4th base, Royo is making his 5th. So I predict that Royo is gonna be winning this game comfortably, and Flash's got a long way away, and she can actually maybe even qualify for ASL. I mean, this performance from Flash is not the kind of caliber to qualify for ASL unless he plays with Zerg players. I mean, his TvZ has been solid. His TvT and TV Protoss, I don't know. I don't think it's very, very good. Yeah, anyways, Flash will need to retake his 4th. And I think maybe Royo will complete his 5th before Flash completes his 4th, which will be very hilarious. Yeah, a lot. What? Flash completely boxed in, man. He's completely boxed in. His enemy's controlling 3/4 on the maps, almost, I guess maybe not 3/4, but 40% of the map. And now he's gonna come on this guy, but this will leave the middle area completely open. This will leave this area completely open, so Flash can kind of pounce in the middle if he wishes to. There's, I guess no, maybe not. It's very hard because there's only 2 doors you can open, and they're both controlled already by Royal Forces. We're going to be having a lot of attacks coming out here. We're going to be having tanks on the high ground, which might be able to help with the defense, but I don't know about that. Looks like some Vultures trying to get on this high ground, but not able to do anything. Flash is defending nicely, but Flash is slowly losing the grips of this game. Royal already saturated his new base, guys. 174 supply for Royal, 135 for Flash. What can Flash do? He's gonna come up with raids, which is nice. These tanks will back up into the turret line. What can Flash do? He's making mass raids. I don't like that. He needs to make like mass dropship maybe, because the game will decide on dropship. Anyways, this base is completed, but he's not yet transferring his SCVs there because his 3rd base is completely destroyed. So Royal is showing to us why he's the 3rd ranked ELO player as of today. I mean, he's very strong. His performance today has been nice. You know what? So I'm gonna say, Flash, you need to practice more. Go on ladder and practice, or even maybe join one of those daily pro leagues or something like that. Anyways, we have a nice drop from Royal. Royal just cleaning up the messes now. He says, get the F out of here, Flash. You are not yet king level material. You're still jack level material. So yeah, you have no business being here. Just leave the game. Yeah, we're gonna be having supply depot. Okay, what's happening here? Looks like Flash reclaimed his 3rd base. We might have Flash trying to do for a major attack in the middle map, guys. Looks like he's moving a lot of forces over, but Royal controls everything nicely. He controls everything nicely. I mean, the only thing that is going well here for Flash are these raids. They're taking out tanks slowly, bit by bit, but Royal is almost maxed out. He pushes forward with everything. He doesn't even have Goliath. Yeah, he doesn't have Goliath, but that's fine. Anyways, these tanks are sieging from Royal, and he needs to mass make Goliaths now, I think, or make Valkyries or something. Looks like these tanks are moving on the high ground, and Flash might kind of gain something back. He's still on 3 bases, guy. His base here was cancelled, so the only thing he can do is maybe destroy 1 base here, because he cannot push against this area. These raids from Flash will get chased away, and that's going to be GG. I mean, if Flash can somehow discover the presence of this base and go there with some Vultures, he might be able to do something, but that's not going to be the case. Anyways, yeah, these raids are gonna push back here. Oh my god, dropship getting sniped. Raids need to take care of those dropship, and indeed those dropship get sniped. The Starcraft's gonna get sniped as well. Tanks shelling from the low ground. The dropship will need to hold position right here, and all of a sudden we're gonna be having a slight advantage going to Flash as he's reclaiming some of the supply deficits. He's got only 30 supply deficits here, so Flash isn't doing so bad. His enemy is down to 4 bases. Flash is on 3 bases. Flash needs to know about this base now. He needs to send forces, and indeed we're seeing forces moving across the map. There are 3 tanks. Vulture's are gonna lay some mines in the middle map and clear out those tanks, which is great. And mines will explode nicely, and Flash is coming where? He's gonna try to get on this high ground. I don't know about that. Sure, but his enemy is already reinforcing from the high ground, so these Vultures are gonna be completely useless here. At least he's gonna be able to lay some mines here. Oh my god, these tanks explosions are so bad. He needs to clear out the last tanks. He's getting on the high ground nicely and sieging on this side of the map as well. So this is a nice attack here. SCVs are forced to come out the line and try to save the base here from Royal. He's doing some good shots, but is it going to be enough? These tanks got destroyed in the process. So anyways, looks like Flash attack against the 3rd base of Royal is completely crushed. Royal 119 supply, Flash 92, and looks like counter attack. So those raids will buy some precious time, I think, from Flash. But now, yeah, this new base with fresh minerals is providing a lot of minerals intake, and Flash is almost mined out in his main. He's almost mined out at his expansion. His potential 4th base is completely, I guess not completely, but not yet controlled by him. And this attack is going to be devastating. We have 2 Goliaths, 2 Valkyries, 5 tanks, and it looks like at the last minute Royal's gonna back up. He says, you know what, I don't need to take that base. I just need to make sure you cannot take any other bases. Anyways, we have what? 3 tanks coming up nowhere to destroy this base, and indeed that time we get destroyed. These SCVs are forced to get pushed back. Flash will need to micro hard. Indeed, he's microing hard, and SCVs from Royal not really doing their jobs, but this frontal attack from Royal is gonna crush Flash. He comes forward with a lot of forces. These raids need to cloak and do some attack, some sneaky attack. But at the last minute, it's not able to do so. This 1 tank will destroy. Is that a D-Matrix? D-Matrix SCV just to, you know, delay and buy time here. The last of the Goliath dies. So these raids from Flash is doing decent damage. Oh my god, Flash with mass raid strategy is able to kind of do some damages against these tanks. Lisan need to get on the high ground on the turret defense, but he's not going to do that. But anyways, at the last minute, it looks like this base is safe from Royo. Royo is back with a 40 supply advantage. And, you know, Goliath's dying left and right. What is Royo doing? He may be just playing around with Flash now. And he says, you know what, I don't need to win this game. So you can take a little bit of advantage back because I'm just so much ahead. Anyways, a huge attack on this left side. Once again, these raids are doing a good job. But I think it's going to be GG soon because these airplanes cannot survive long enough. Tanks need to get on the high ground and claim this area maybe. Flash is refusing to expand. He's just gonna be playing desperate now. He's completely lost, but of course, you know what? You know, he's been away for so long that it takes a long time to get back. Oh my god, these are so juicy. The raids are gonna need to attack, but the Goliaths arrive just on time here. And at the last minute, everything is completely secured for Royo. His 4 bases are booming. Flash's 3 bases cannot do anything. GG from Flash. Thanks for watching. Glad this guy for you to buy me coffee. The link is in the video description. Have a good day. Bye bye.